afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And today we got a big boy. We've got the Guerilla. Yeah, Super7's Guerilla Ultimate Edition. Definitely a monster pack. Definitely has been out for quite a while now, but it just now reached the point of affordability, so that's why we finally picked it up. Got this off a Big Bad Toy Store. I want to say like 70% off, so I think it was down to like 35 bucks or something like that. So definitely was a very expensive figure, not one that I would ever jump in on at that original price, but like I said, for the 25, 35, I think it was like 35 that I did end up paying for it. Yeah, I think it's going to do good. I was going to wait on this for a little while, mainly because I just thought it was kind of like the centerpiece kind of for the collection of my Super 7s. But looking over at my stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to move all this around after the fact, so might as well just go ahead and do it now. Get it up and see what we can do. Probably out of the package we'll be able to review them, so let's go ahead and do that and see what's going on with the good old Guerilla. Alright, enough of my messy hair, don't care look going on, and let's get into what we came to see, which is some accessories. We'll start off with, we're not going to open up all these because I know for a fact I'm not going to display it with anything too crazy, maybe the little blaster here, and probably these bananas. We do have 2, 4, 6, 7 bananas, correct? Yep, 7 bananas up at the top. That's going to be for his bandolier. He does have a coconut for coconut reasons. A good set of hands, some kind of open hands. Lots of pew-pew holding hands. Lots of like different secret versions. So we're going to have to definitely dig into those. And a couple fists and things like that. This one pew-pew right here with the banana. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. It's pretty comical. But very nice. The silver here on this pew-pew. Looks like a wannabe 240 or a saw, one of the two there, kind of weapons, and then a knife, big Rambo-esque knife going on there. So lots and lots of accessories, and there's still more in the regular pack, but definitely I guess you're not getting your money's worth when you're getting this guy. He definitely comes fully loaded, no doubt about it. Alright, we got Mr. Guerilla out of his plastic prison. Not the hardest thing in the world, but not the easiest either. But let's go ahead and get into some accessories that are in the front of the package. Kind of the main showcase, I guess. We do have a grenade. So there's your grenade. I'm just throwing stuff all over the place. It's a little chilly. Maybe my fingers are a little off, but a very nice looking grenade. Probably not scaled to where you can really use this with anything else except maybe a hot toy or a sideshow, something like that. But there are 3 of these in the pack. Don't know that I'm gonna do anything with these. With him being a good guy, I think I'm just gonna keep him kind of silly, whimsical, and I don't know. I say that when I'm probably gonna put him with a pew-pew, but don't think I'm going to do anything with the grenades. He does come with a nice pair of glasses here. Get that zoomed in. Nice scale, nice size, nice and shiny. They're a pair of glasses, nothing really big to write home about there. You do have an alternate head, if you do so choose. Just a pretty angry looking head. Little high and tight flat top going on there, ears on the side, plenty of big teeth, kind of scale there with my finger. The helmet that he does come with is not removable, so you're kind of stuck with what you got here. Let's see how these glasses look on him. I don't think the glasses really work on him too well. They're kind of sitting up a little high. And, I mean, they're there, but I don't know how well they really work with them with this head. So it just really kind of confirms I'm not going to be doing that. And I'm not sure that they're meant for. I think they're meant for this look right here. But I could be wrong. And hey, maybe you bought 2 of these. You can do them in all sorts of different poses that you may want. But let's go ahead and get to the main event here. This big boy, the Guerilla man himself, Guerilla. I will note right off the bat, he seems to have zero issue standing, which I wouldn't have really too much worry about that with these big old feet. Even though he does have some peg holes there, so if you did want to put him in a stand, I guess you could do that. Like I mentioned earlier, the helmet is not removable, but it does look really good. It has like a barbed wire wrapped around it, and a nice little silver wash over the netting. It looks to be silver. Does have a little dog chains going on there. Dog tags going on there. Guerilla, nice gold vest, or nice zipper on his green vest. Zipper there on the side. Let's check these arms. Arms are really snug. So, man, you can kind of see how that one, it's levels, right? So it's like 1, 2, you know. Little here at the elbow. A little swivel action here. You can do. I'll be honest, I'm not going to push this guy. Super 7s, you know, do have a history, kind of like old school NECA, of popping and breaking. So I'm going to be very, very careful with what I got going on here. Even just doing that, just kind of scares me a little bit. But nice wide open hands, look really good. A little paint, kind of overspray action going on there. But I'm probably going to pull these hands off, which is going to be another challenge for me. But they do look really good with the flow here, and there is some depth to the fur. It's not just a solid dark brown. There's like a lighter brown with a darker wash over. You can see definitely some wash action happening here on the arm, on the chest, and all that. He's got his bandolier here for his nanners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So plenty of room there for the nanners. Nothing really going on in the back, which is fine. There's really no reason to. Nice kind of jungle camo action happening. Just a nice big girthy boy, and it's a solid figure. A little ab crunch action, and he even has some abs. Legs. Let's check those legs. So, all right, that's about all I'm willing to push. But again, like you're not going to display him, you know, with his leg up. So he's gonna be pretty solidly kind of in this position with his arms. However, which way? It's a tough figure. I can see that it would be tough to design, tough to make, but it's really pretty cool. Again, is it a $70 figure or $80, whatever it was at its original price point? I don't think so. But 50, yeah, I can see that, you know, which is what the regular Ultimates were. So, you know, you just kind of have to decide for yourself what is worth. And if you want to long game it, which is what I did, you might get lucky or you might not. But let's go and get this guy all posed out and give our final thoughts on Guerilla. The Guerilla. There we go. There he is in all his glory. I didn't think better of any of the weapons or anything. Most of my guys don't really have accessories. Mainly like Casey Jones is really about it. So with his height and already being big and bulky, I really didn't want him having a pew-pew holding up in the air. I think he's just cool being kind of the cool big dude that he is with the shades and the bananas. Obviously, you gotta have the bananas, right? I think that's a no-brainer for sure. But I think he just looks just fine like this with the hands and everything like that. Most of the hands, there's like a fist, and the other ones are kind of C-grips, open hands. So I'm just gonna kind of do this, and maybe a little bit of, you know, hey, what's going on kind of hand, and maybe bring it in a little bit. But I think this works. It's nice and heavy. It's a big boy. It's kind of right on that verge though of like statue figure. Like, you're not getting a whole lot of posability. What you're getting out of the figure is what you want to do with the accessories to make it kind of unique and fit into your display. But all in all, with the price point that I paid, absolutely love it. And, you know, if you're a deep Power Ranger, if you're a deep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, then I can't fault you for wanting this at the full price either. I think it's a pretty cool, pretty unique opportunity to get a figure like this. And let's be honest, you're never going to get this scale of figure again, at least in that I can possibly, foresee. You might get the little smaller, regular scale figure, but something this big, probably not going to see again. What do you think, Zuvio? You think you're going to see anything like this again? I don't think Zuvio's really confident either that we're ever going to see anybody like that again. So if Zuvio doesn't think we're going to see anybody this big again, then we're probably not going to. But at the end of the day, that is just my opinion, and I'm sure that you have yours, and I know this was a little different of a review than our normal ones, but hey, we got to make do with what we got. But we appreciate you hanging out, especially if you made it this far. But if you did make it this far, do us a favor, hit us with a like, hit us with a comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel as we do post new content every single day. But it's getting to be that time. We've done enough monkeying around. Had to, sorry. And I think it's time to get on out here. I think it's time to throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.